McKinsey is 100 years old. In that time, it has advised governments, restructured corporations, and trained more Fortune 500 CEOs than any university on earth. Its senior partners bill at over $1,000 an hour. Getting hired there is harder than getting into Harvard, and for decades, the source of that power has been the same thing. McKinsey knows things other people do not know, and it charges extraordinary sums to share that knowledge. Now here's the strange thing. McKinsey has spent years publishing research showing that AI can automate the very work its consultants do. It has built an AI system trained on everything the firm has ever learned. And yet its revenue is at a record high, which raises a question nobody in the industry seems able to answer. If AI can do what McKinsey does, why is McKinsey still the most powerful consulting firm on earth? To understand the answer, you have to understand what McKinsey actually sells. And it is not what most people think. The global consulting industry generates approximately $460 billion in revenue each year. The elite firms, McKinsey, Bain, sit at the very top of that market. McKinsey alone generated $16 billion in 2023. To put that in context, a single senior partner bills the U.S. government at over $100 per hour. A typical 8-week strategy engagement costs a client more than $1. That is not the price of analysis. You can buy analysis elsewhere, from 100 different providers, for a fraction of that cost. That is the price of something else entirely. Here is the thing about consulting at the elite level. When a board is paralyzed by a decision it cannot make internally, when a restructuring requires eliminating divisions and someone needs to share the weight of that conclusion, when a CEO needs to walk into a shareholder meeting and say that an independent authority has validated the strategy, they do not open a software platform. They call McKinsey. Because what McKinsey provides is not a better spreadsheet. It is organizational permission. The name on the recommendation is not a data point. It is a decision-making instrument. It tells the board that someone credible has already reached this conclusion. McKinsey's own website calls it the trusted advisor to the world's leading businesses, governments, and institutions. That phrase is not marketing. It is the product description. And that trust is built over decades. It lives in relationships, in reputation, in the fact that 28 current Fortune 500 CEOs are McKinsey alumni. That is not a database. That is a social infrastructure that has taken a century to construct. So, if McKinsey's real product is trust, what exactly happens when AI arrives and claims it can do the analysis for free? The popular argument goes like this. McKinsey sells analysis. AI automates analysis. Therefore, AI threatens McKinsey. And there is real evidence behind that argument. AI tools can now compress weeks of market research into hours. They can build financial models, synthesize competitive intelligence, and draft strategic recommendations. According to IBM Consulting Research, approximately 27% of traditional consulting tasks are directly automatable by AI today. And the pressure is already visible. Job postings for non-senior consulting roles fell 40% between 2022 and 2025. Boutique and mid-tier firms, the ones competing on the production of analytical work, are under genuine strain. The argument seems airtight. AI automates analysis. Consulting firms sell analysis. Consulting firms are threatened. But this logic contains a fundamental error. It mistakes the delivery mechanism for the product. In July 2023, McKinsey launched an internal AI platform called Lilli, named after Lillian Dombrowski, the first professional woman the firm hired in 1945. Lilli was trained on more than 100,000 documents across 40 knowledge sources. 100 years of McKinsey's proprietary intellectual property, every case study, every framework, every insight the firm has ever produced, encoded and made searchable in a single system. The senior partner who led its development described the ambition directly. If you could ask the totality of McKinsey's knowledge a question and get an answer back, what would that do for the firm? That is exactly what Lilli is. Today, over 75% of McKinsey's 43,000 employees use Lilli every month. The platform processes more than 500,000 queries each month, and it saves consultants roughly 30% of their time on research and synthesis. Most observers read this story and conclude that McKinsey is automating itself, that Lilli proves AI is replacing consultants. But that is not what is happening. Here is what Lilli is actually doing inside McKinsey. It is not replacing partners. It is replacing the work that junior associates used to do. Research, slide construction, data synthesis. Work that once required a team of 6 associates and 2 weeks of billable hours now takes a senior consultant 2 hours. And that changes the economics of the firm entirely. McKinsey is not shrinking its revenue. It is shrinking the labor cost required to generate that revenue. Fewer junior staff means lower overhead per engagement. The same insight delivered in less time can either be sold at the same price for a higher margin or deployed across more clients simultaneously. McKinsey is not being disrupted by AI. It is using AI to restructure its cost base from the inside. And then it is charging clients outcome-based fees for the judgment that remains. By 2025, 25% of McKinsey's global fees were already tied to performance outcomes rather than billable hours. The firm is moving away from selling time. It is selling results. And the credibility to be trusted with results is something no AI system can provide. If McKinsey is using AI to become leaner and more profitable, who exactly is paying the price? Here is the inversion. AI does not threaten McKinsey. AI threatens every firm that competes with McKinsey on price. The consulting industry is bifurcating. At the top, elite firms are using AI to expand margins, reduce junior headcount, and shift toward performance-based contracts. They are becoming leaner, more profitable, and harder to compete against. In the middle, firms that built their business on analytical volume, market research, benchmarking, financial modeling, are being commoditized in real time. Their core product is now available for free. BCG expects AI work to represent 40% of its revenue by 2026. Bain has already positioned 30% of its revenue in AI and technology-enabled advisory. The elite tier is not retreating from AI. It is expanding into the most valuable part of the AI transformation market. And it is doing so precisely because of the asset that AI cannot replicate: the C-suite relationship, the board-level credibility, the reputation that was built over decades and cannot be downloaded, copied, or accelerated. The firms being displaced are not the McKinseys of the world. They are the second-tier firms that built their entire proposition on doing similar analysis for less money, faster. AI has made that value proposition obsolete overnight. McKinsey's own research projects that AI could automate up to 30% of consulting work hours by 2030. But here is what that same research does not emphasize. The IBM Institute for Business Value surveyed 400 chief executives and found that companies expect to increase their total consulting spend from 2.8% of revenue to over 4%. That's an incremental $500 of annual consulting demand entering the market globally. The firms positioned to capture that demand are not the ones with the best AI tools. They are the ones with the most trusted relationships at the highest levels of the organizations doing the spending. The global AI consulting market alone is forecast to reach $72 by 2030. McKinsey, BCG, and Bain are not fighting for survival in that market. They are its primary beneficiaries. Enterprise AI strategy is not replacing the need for senior advisory relationships. It is amplifying it. So, what is the boardroom verdict? If you are a CEO, an investor, or a strategy executive, here is what this means. First, AI does not disrupt all incumbents equally. It disrupts incumbents whose value is built on information asymmetry, on knowing things others do not know. It strengthens incumbents whose value is built on trust, relationships, and institutional credibility. These are very different things. And most analysis of AI disruption fails to make that distinction. Second, the consulting firms most at risk are not the largest ones. They are the ones that competed on doing similar analytical work at lower prices. AI has made that advantage irrelevant. Third, McKinsey is not merely surviving the AI era. It is using AI to become more efficient, more profitable, and more defensible simultaneously. The junior analyst layer is shrinking. The senior partner layer is not. And the price of accessing that senior layer is not falling. The real question this raises for any business built on knowledge work is this: when AI makes your analytical output commoditized, what remains? If the answer is trusted human judgment, you may be more resilient than the headlines suggest. If the answer is nothing, the disruption has already arrived. McKinsey does not sell analysis. It sells the credibility to be believed. And that is the one thing AI cannot replicate.